The Alpha Sessions with Emma Joyce.
Matthew Shepherd, thank you so much for taking the time out to chat to us on here.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's good to catch up.
You've actually been on the show before this craziness started. I think you're the only Zoom I've done so far that I've actually met in real life first, which is quite cool. But for people that haven't heard your music, like, how do you describe it in 3 words?
Oh, that's tough. You started off with a tough question.
Sorry.
I suppose it's mellow.
Yeah.
It's very heartfelt. And yeah, it's chilled. It's laid back.
I'd say it makes you want to give someone a hug, which is quite hard to do in these circumstances.
Well, that is just what I go for, to be honest. Yeah.
It's like, if you could have a hug in a tune, I reckon that's your music.
Oh, thank you very much.
You've actually just released a new single, right? It's called Turns to You.
Yes. Yeah, that was released a few weeks back.
What was that like in this lockdown situation?
I really enjoyed it, actually. It's actually the first time I've kind of properly released an actual single. I've released like an EP and a couple of albums before, but I've never really sort of planned an actual single release before. But it was really fun. I mean, obviously, it's a very strange world we're living in at the moment. So I was kind of in two minds whether to even be releasing music or not at the moment, because, I mean, when you release songs, you kind of want to do like a big launch for it and you want to do a gig and things like that. But you know, I rather than sort of just releasing it for my own good, I decided to donate all the proceeds to a charity quite close to me called Haven House Children's Hospice.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask about this. What's the connection?
Yeah, so they're only down the road to me, really, and they asked me to play at their sort of summer fair festival last year. And it's just the most amazing place, and they do so much work for, you know, looking after kids that are going through some of the most really horrible illnesses and tough times, and then really take care of their families. You know, I just thought, well, rather than just releasing a song, why not do some good at the same time? Yeah, well, the proceeds from that single go to them. So it's something little. I mean, I'm not the biggest of artists. I'm not going to raise millions of pounds of funds. It's not going to be like a Live Aid kind of thing. But, you know, every little helps, you know, in these tough times.
So I guess it being your first single that you've ever released, you won't really be able to compare releasing that single to like releasing a single in a normal situation, right?
Yeah, true. It was just kind of good, I suppose, because I've got nothing to say, oh, it didn't do as well as last time. So at least I've got like the benchmark now.
How what kind of ways have you been able to promote it? Obviously not being able to perform and stuff.
Yeah, so you know, I've been doing a lot of social media stuff. I was actually I did a little phone interview with BBC Essex, which is my sort of local BBC station.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Tony Fisher, who's the DJ on there, he kindly had me on, so I did a little phone interview. Again, the first time I've ever done like a phone interview for a radio station before. So that was really weird. Yeah, so that was really good. I've got it in the sort of papers and stuff as well. So yeah, try and do as much as I can, really. Yeah. So just keep plugging away.
And you've done some Zoom gigs as well.
Yeah.
What was it that made you do Zoom gigs and not like live streams?
Well, I did a couple of Facebook lives at the start of lockdown. You know, it was really, really good fun. And I suppose if it wasn't for lockdown, I would never have even done something like that before. Because I mean, if people sort of see me at a live gig before, they know that anything that comes out of my mouth, I've just got no control over. And having it recorded live on a stream, it's just so nerve-wracking. But I got so much like good feedback afterwards from people saying that, you know, it was so nice for like 45 minutes or an hour just to kind of forget about what's going on in the world and just kind of like break away from that for a bit. The last gig I did actually was for a night called Acoustic Sanctuary, and they invited me to play at their first Zoom gig. So I did that a couple of weeks back. It was really good fun, you know, because I suppose you can kind of see the people that you're playing in front of. So it's kind of as close to a live gig as you can kind of do at the moment. So yeah, very strange, but really good fun.
I can't tell you now, but I want you to know it's been a long old night, just sitting here alone. But I'll keep on wasting time just thinking of you. I've got nowhere else to go until your heart is next to mine. 'Cause everything I see turns to you, and all that I feel can come true. Well, I can't dance, but if you give me a chance, tonight. It's been another wasted night, just holding out for you. I can't spend my life not knowing if this is true. Well, I can't give in to how this has to end. It feels like I got two left feet and a heart that's left to mend. 'Cause everything I see turns to you, and all that I feel can come true. Well, I can't dance, but if you give me a chance, oh, tonight. I've gotta draw a line and turn a page and start over again. Take a one-way ticket home and be no longer afraid. 'Cause everything I see turns to you, and all that I feel can come true. Well, I can't dance, but if you give me a chance, well, everything I see turns to you, and all that I feel can come true. Well, I can't dance, but if you give me a chance, tonight.
The Alpha Sessions with Emma Joyce.
That's cool. So how did the Zoom gigs work? Why did you choose to do them rather than continue with the Facebook Lives?
So the Zoom gigs, it's kind of like they're ticketed. So you buy a ticket online, and rather than just get like a ticket stub, on the ticket you get the little private link to the Zoom gig. Yeah. So everyone sort of donates wherever they want, £2, £3, and they get the private link. And you could sort of take questions from people live on screen.
Is that like being heckled a little bit?
I was heckled, actually. One of them was my dad, though.
Okay.
But no, it was really good fun. It's really good. But I mean, I'm not saying no to normal live streams. I think I'll probably do another couple at some point, probably on Facebook, because I mean, I can't really see, venues opening up anytime soon, really.
Dude, it makes me sad just to think about it.
I know. It won't be forever, though, so got to keep positive.
Exactly. So what's lockdown been like for you? Like, what's your setup? Do you live on your own?
I live at home with my parents still.
Okay.
So, I mean, both of my sisters now have moved out, so I've kind of like branched into the other rooms that they used to have. So I'm only like kind of like spare room / nieces and nephews toy room / music room. So I keep all my guitars in here and stuff.
That's cool.
So I've got plenty of room to be creative with. Like I work full time as well. So music is kind of my sort of side hobby / semi-professional sort of thing. So I mean, before lockdown, I would just be gigging whenever I can after work. But lockdown is kind of letting me have time to write some new songs and release some new music as well.
So how, like, what have you been up to musically?
Writing a lot of songs. Obviously, I released the new song a few weeks back. And before lockdown, I actually recorded about 10 new songs. And the idea was that rather than sort of release an album, I would kind of release a song every other couple of months. One, because it's kind of different to releasing an album, and also it kind of gives me something to promote. Rather than just releasing an album, you get like a month's worth of promotion. I kind of thought if I release a song every now and again, then I kind of got something to shout about and say for a good year or so. And I'm really excited about the new songs. I really like them. I hope people will do as well. And the next one is actually going to come out on July the 17th. I haven't told me about that yet, actually. So,
have you decided which one?
I have, yeah. It's a song called Fly Away. And a lot of the new songs, it really is kind of, stripped back acoustic. This one is just acoustic guitar, me, and a couple of bits on piano, sort of twinkly bits. So yeah, this next song really does feel like a hug in a song. So
if you want to use that quote, you're more than welcome.
I will do.
Do you think lockdowns sort of helped you to become more creative, or do you think it's hindered those creative juices?
I'd say it's about 50-50.
Okay.
I think, Netflix is a real big problem for me.
Fair enough.
I never actually had Netflix until the start of lockdown. And it's just, there's so many things in there to start watching, and it's just so tempting to spend hours just, binge watching series after series. I mean, it's definitely given me a lot more time to sort of sit down and plan songs more and sort of take time over them, sort of bring out the more, the song crafting out of me, rather than just sort of, okay, I've got an hour after work, I'll just write a song. I've got sort of time to actually sort of think about what I'm doing now, and I hope that's for the better anyway. And I also dug out this mug as well, which is the Radio Brock, which you kind of gave me / I kind of grabbed you giving me last time.
Well, let's start over. Read between the lines. Is it wrong to dream with you? Well, now the sun's going down on this night. I no longer feel afraid. With you by my side, I finally feel like yours tonight. Feels like I'm flying in the morning light. You send my heart in overdrive. Take my heart and make it alright. You make me feel like yours tonight. And when you sent me away, I never felt so alone. Well, I was always there at the end of a phone. Well, now the night's getting darker tonight. You make me feel like I could fly so high. I finally feel like yours tonight. Feels like I'm flying in the morning light. You send my heart in overdrive. Take my heart and make it alright. You make me feel feel like yours tonight. You make me feel like yours, oh, feels like yours, oh, I swear I won't change a thing tonight. You make me feel like yours, feels like yours, oh, when we fly so high, make it feel alright. I finally feel like yours tonight. Feels like I'm flying in the morning light. You send my heart in overdrive, take my heart and make it alright. You make me feel like yours tonight, yours tonight.
The Alpha Sessions with Emma Joyce.
So we chatted about this earlier a little bit, but obviously at the time of recording this, we're still kind of in lockdown, and gig venues definitely haven't opened just yet. There are so many amazing venues that artists like yourself, who are kind of more up and coming, are really, really struggling to stay open. And recording this today, like I think today was supposed to be a let the music play kind of day, so everyone's been encouraged to put the hashtag on, and we'd Instagrammed a little bit on Alpha Sessions as well. But what do you think music venues like those grassroots venues need to kind of keep themselves alive, apart from the obvious being financial support?
Yeah, I mean, financial support, yeah, definitely goes without saying. I mean, I just think they need, I mean, this hashtag let the music play on, yeah, I think is a really good idea, because I actually need to do a post this evening. That's reminded me to do something. But I think it's definitely sort of, I think it's difficult for fans to realise actually how important those venues are. Because, you know, I've definitely seen today that, you know, some of the bigger acts, they've all been saying, you know, if it wasn't for the smaller venues, they wouldn't be where they are today if it wasn't for them. And I mean, I'm so grateful for some of the venues that allow me to play. I think they definitely need the love, you know. It's probably so difficult for the real grassroots venues to even sort of contemplate opening again, not really knowing if people are going to come out to gigs again, or even if they want to go out to venues when they're allowed to be open again. So I think it's really good for people to sort of show that, you know, once we're allowed to, that they'll be there, sort of no matter what, really. Yeah, I mean, I think it would help. I mean, I'm not one to get into politics, really. I don't really, you know, I'm definitely not one for sort of putting my thoughts on social media and things, but I think they definitely kind of need a bit more of a roadmap with how they can sort of open up again. I think there's a lot of sort of uncertainty at the moment with, you know, what they can and can't do. But I mean, I love those venues, and, you know, they're, especially the ones that I play in, they really cram the people in, you know, so.
But that's what makes it so intimate.
That's the thing, and that's what makes them what they are, you know, and I kind of can't really see how they can work in a socially distanced way at the moment, you know.
No, absolutely.
So,
which one's your fave?
Oh, there's so many. I mean, my local venue is a place called the Lunar Lounge in Leytonstone in East London, and they have live music literally every single night of the week.
Wow.
And it's a tiny little place. I mean, like once you're in there, you kind of forget where you are. Like, you wouldn't think you're in East London. You'd think you're in like Nashville or somewhere like that. It's so great. And the reason why they can have live music on every night of the week is because all their live music is free to get in. But they have a little basket and they bring it around when you're playing, and people can chuck in whatever they want, give it a couple of pound away. They've even got like a contactless card thing, card reader. Yeah, that's my local one. You know, there's so many great places. There's the Green Note in Camden. I mean, I haven't played there. It's on my bucket list, but the Union Chapel in Islington is literally like my favourite venue in the world.
Have you been there before to see a show?
I have, yeah. I've seen so many shows there. It's just so good because everyone sits in the church pews, and you can get a mug of coffee or you can get a hot chocolate. You've got marshmallows to go on the hot chocolate. It's just like everything about it is just so good. Really want to play there one day if they stay open. So they really do need all the support they can get, really.
Definitely. Which part? So obviously you released a single in lockdown, and there's all these bits behind the scenes that, as a music consumer myself, I don't even think we think about that the musicians have to do to make it happen. In a normal circumstance, I assume it would also be playing live. But which part of the process do you think you miss being in this current situation the most?
It kind of tails in with missing performing live. I love sort of chatting to people before and after the gig. I kind of mean, like, the live streams are great and you get so much good feedback afterwards, but there's nothing better than going to a venue where you haven't played before. You turn up not really knowing who's gonna be there, if anyone's gonna turn up, to be honest. And then you play the show, people seem to like you, and then people buy your CD or just come up to you afterwards and just say, I just found it really great, I loved your songs. It's just you get such a buzz from it, playing live. I just really, really miss that. It will happen again one day. What else do I miss? I miss going to guitar shops, actually. Yeah. I'm a real guitar nerd. I'm quite lazy with changing my guitar strings. There's a place in Denmark Street that I know quite well, and they and I can take it in there and they can sort of polish it up and they can change the strings for me. And I get to chat with them about guitar pedals and things, and I get to play some other guitars at the same time. So I kind of miss that side of it as well.
So you've got a new single coming up in a few weeks, and then are you going to stick with your I'm going to release one every couple of months?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Amazing.
I'm terrible with keeping to dates and things.
We'll keep us posted and we'll do our best to share it and promote it and stuff.
Thank you very much. So so I'm going to release this song on July the 17th, and then I'll probably release another one then in September time.
Cool.
And then the idea is that eventually all these songs will eventually get put onto an album at some point that I can sell at the gigs and stuff. But yeah, thank you so much as always for doing everything you do.
No, thank you for coming on the show. Absolutely.
It really is great.
Whilst we're here, do you want to point everyone to your socials? So if we want to find out more about you, where can people go? What can they do?
Yeah, so I've got a website that I've recently updated, actually. I've given it a makeover. So that is matthewshepardmusic.com.
Cool.
And then I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Bandcamp, pretty much everywhere, to be honest. And it's all under Matthew Shephard Music. So there's no excuse not to be able to find me. So
cool. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me. And look forward to meeting you in person, hopefully very soon. At a gig, maybe.
Definitely. Yes, definitely. Thank you so much again for having me.
Cool. Thank you so much, T.
Well, I know a game that I want you to play. Tell me what you like and I hope it's the same. Just give me time and I could be yours, and maybe you could be mine. Well, I like coffee and I know you do. You've been to America and Australia too. Well, I know a place for me and you, and one day I'll take you to. And I know, well, I love this game that you play. And I know, well, Well, I'll play it again and again, and I want you to stay. And I miss you more, I miss you more. Well, you wanna live in a house by the sea, but I wanna know if you'll live with me. I'll make you mine with a heart that's free, and you'll always be. And I know, well, I love this game that you play. And I know, well, I'll play it again and again, and I want you to stay. Well, I miss you more, I miss you more. And if you feel that way, well, I can feel it too. And if you feel the same, just give me some time with you. And I know, well, I love this game that you play. And I know, well, I'll play it again and again, and I want you to stay. Well, I miss you more, I miss you more, and I miss you more, I miss you more.